So, in case y'all forgot, kind of like maybe I did, like literally like a week ago, like the entire point of delaying the latest chapter was for these quality of life changes. And for the second phase, we had anti-slugging, continued improvements to anti-tunneling, and anti-camping, MMR update, map and key balance, keyboard and mouse on consoles, custom game improvements, accessibility improvements, prestige rewards, and reduced login steps. So this isn't going to be a video about like balancing and stuff like that, but like the game itself, cause like, I mean, we have to remember they delayed an entire chapter by like 2-ish months or like a month and 3 weeks for quality of life stuff. Like in the PTB, the current PTB, we got the custom scratch marks colors. Sorry, the custom scratch marks colors. I hope that's also on Survivor if you run perks like, is it lightweight or fixated? Whatever one makes you see your scratch marks first. So I hope it's also on Survivor and not just Killer. That'd be cool. But Killer finally, being able to see scratch marks. Like, for example, you guys could probably barely see the scratch marks, especially when they walk into the corn. Red maps or orange maps with red scratch marks, you're naturally just not going to see them easily. That is just how it works. So being able to change, that is great. Fucking finally. We've been asking for that for years. I'm super glad that we're getting it. But unless I'm like mistaken, I think that's really like the only thing that's actually like quality of life, like gameplay wise. Like, yeah, we're getting like we're no longer gonna have the cutscenes spammed 40 times in a row, but like unless I could be wrong, feel free to say that I'm wrong, but I don't think we're really getting like anything else. And another reason to delaying this chapter was for bug fixes. For those who don't know, before Aurella's release, yes, every killer had their list of bugs, but it wasn't really that bad. But then, like, I don't know how, on Aurella's release, there's probably a tweet somewhere that out there on Twitter, the entire, like, I think more than half, it was like 20-something killers of the killer roster just got an increase in bugs. And keep in mind, Aurella's update didn't do anything to maps, it didn't do anything to visuals. It was just Aurella and her 3 perks. Like I remember like a bunch of killers having like projectiles delayed, animations not showing up, like Legion's fatigue wouldn't even, the audio wouldn't go off. Deathslinger with ADS or wouldn't ADS, he would just no scope you. Delay, like every killer just got like an increased amount of bugs. Then they started to fix them bit by bit. Then Ghoul came out. Ghoul was buggy. That's just every killer. They're usually buggy off release. They end up fixing the Ghoul's bugs, and then his last major one. I'm not a Ghoul player, so I don't know if he has like current major bugs now. But the major one that like everyone was talking about was Kidnap Tech. They removed that because they said it was unintentional game design. That gets removed, and now I say from an outside perspective, he looks pretty alright. But then the Walking Dead update comes out, and more bugs happen on killers, powers, maps, hitboxes, and then Survivor. And then somewhere in between, we had the fog vials as well. Like, everything they're releasing is still buggy, right? And now, after all of the bugs, I mean, the gym, the fucking beam and the loading menu was a crazy bug, because it's like, how do you guys not play a single game? And like you have to have played one, like you literally, if you played one match, you would see the big fucking poll on your screen. But they end up just getting that through, probably because they just didn't fucking play their own game. Then the lobby was like super loud. That's not like in game, like, but the lobby was super loud and annoying. There was a bunch of bugs with the Survivor perks. Like Last Stand was giving you finesse, like built-in fucking perma finesse. Conviction, I think, had some bug. I can't remember. But pretty much, like, everything is just buggy this. And then when you add new stuff, old stuff gets bugged. And Deathslinger's no scope came back. A bunch of other killer bugs kept coming back. But also, on top of bugs that are new, there's been bugs in the game for literal fucking years. There's a bug off the top of my head. There's a bug on Bubba where, like, I think if you hit someone and break a wall at the same time, Epidemic probably definitely knows, like, what happens. I could be explaining the scenario wrong, but pretty much if you hit the wall, it'll, like, tantrum you, and then the next time you take out your chainsaw, it just auto, like, exhausts and causes the tantrum. And then you just, like, have to do it, or else whenever you use it next, it tantrums. Like, it's a known bug for years. And apparently, don't know if this is true, but what he said is that someone who put that bug out on Reddit forums ended up getting, like, it removed or, like, banned off the DBD Reddit, something like that. Maybe it was a completely uncorrelated event. But it's like, I can guarantee you ask any killer player who's had a bug, or sorry, that's been playing the killer since his release, they can give you at minimum one bug that's been on the character for a while. And then as a result of bad, like, servers, DBD tends to get more buggy. And it's like some people probably lately, when they go against Trapper, they get sniped by a trap, right? That's not normal. But I don't think it's a bug. I think it's DBD having just bad fucking servers. And it doesn't seem like they kind of care. They're like, oh, they're bad, buddy. Because, you know, at the end of the game, DBD is classified as a party game, so they have no reason to really optimize their servers to make sure that, I mean, didn't they remove some lately? Like, but like a buggy server or laggy servers cause more bugs as well. Like, that's why when people get hit by fucking Refrigerator Huntress, they're so annoyed. Because it's not something that they control. It's something that, because of bad ping, bad servers, you just end up dying for what you believe is no reason. But on the other, like on the killer's end, it hit you. Or vice versa. It'll hit you on the killer's end, you'll get validated, and it won't hit the survivor because on the survivor's end, it just didn't hit him. So, like, I think servers definitely do need an improvement. They'd help. I think, honestly, increasing the servers would be my biggest list of priorities for quality of life, gameplay-wise. I think that would fucking fix a lot of things. And I think, on average, you'll have less people complain about the match quality because they're not dying to stupid stuff, or they're not losing to stupid stuff or something bad. Like, when you're lagging, or when the game is lagging, hitboxes also tend to get worse. I don't know how that works, but like, if you play a killer like Billy or Bubba or Crossu, like, you're more likely to hit a wall even though you're doing the exact same movement. So, like, I've never understood that. I don't know why that happens, but it is. I'll give you guys a swing trap game. But it was so, like, it's so, like, annoying to play. Like, that's a killer bug. But then when you're on the survivor end, it's like, well, I also don't want to get hit by a huntress who on my screen fucking whiffed fucking 4 meters away from me. And, you know, that I think servers would definitely be the greatest and the first big step to actual quality of life improvement for gameplay. But going back onto bugs, yeah, like, there's been bugs for fucking years, and it's not like people aren't complaining about them. Some also, a lot of them, like, behavior just kind of goes, and they just don't say anything. And it fucking, like, sucks. Like, it's just genuinely terrible. Like, if you're playing, I mean, I'm gonna give a killer example here. Like, if you're playing Dracula had a bug where he couldn't shoot through through Killer Shack with his Hellfire if the Shack pallet immediately dropped. You had to wait like 5-10 seconds. That shit lasted till, like, the last update. That was like a year old. It was a year-old bug. Dracula still has a bug where, like, if you pounce and, like, you get too close but not close enough to a wall, it'll just cancel. and now your second pounce doesn't go off. Like, why is this happening? There's a bunch of bugs and a bunch of killers that have been happening since they've launched or have coming out later on and are still in the game. And I haven't been playing Survivor a lot lately, so I can't really say current Survivor bugs. But I feel like, honestly, unless I'm wrong, Survivor experience for bugs on their end isn't common. I think the thing that's more common going back to servers is just bad ping or bad like server connection or getting queued into the wrong server. At least like in my average Survivor match, I don't really see myself having like a bug. Oh my god, this is the one I needed to talk about. When you play killer, there are times where I think honestly probably at least once a game, probably more, a survivor will be standing still or doing an action and then they randomly snap, and it's not lag. Like I've been checking, they'll be on like 20 ping, 40 ping, which is really good. I'll be on 20 ping, 30 ping, but for some reason they just go from here to here. They don't like walk, it just snaps them. But it's always at the start. It's always when they go from stationary to moving it happens. It doesn't happen any other time. And I think that's just a killer, like only the killer sees that. And it's so annoying. Because like you'll end up whiffing your projectiles and hits and stuff. But sorry, going back to Survivor. Unless I'm like, for those who diehard play Survivor, please feel free to list the bugs in the comments. I just from my personal experiences when I play Survivor, I feel like I just get a lot of just bullshit hits. Hits that shouldn't have happened because on my screen, because of the way the servers are, on my screen, I cleared the fucking window. But on him, because he's in fucking like Zimbabwe and I'm in America, he just snipes me as fucking Ghostface. So I feel like the biggest bug, it's not really a bug, it's just server issues, is that. Like I think if they increase, I think if they get better servers, the Survivor experience just immediately gameplay wise is just immediately fucking improves, because you're less likely to, you know, end up getting fucking sniped. And then I'm sorry, behavior, we need to add a feature where you're able to see the lobby ping before you queue up. At least the server. You don't need to give me the killer's ping. Just tell me what fucking server I'm on prior. Like, if I'm NA East, and I go into a game assuming I'm getting an NA East server, and then I queue into NA West, and then now I'm up against a Huntress, or now I'm up against a Michael, like any killer, and then I do an action thinking that I'm on NA East servers, so because I'm seeing what I'm seeing, I'm making the right move, but then he hits me because he's on NA West, or because we're on an NA West server, it's annoying. If you at least told us prior, I think it'd be far less annoying on the Survivor end. Like, if I knew as Survivor, I'm going into this game, as I'm sitting in the lobby, it says NA West on like top right corner, NA West. I know, okay, play safer. Don't greed as much. Don't do risky plays as much. Just slow it down a little bit, and I won't get hit with anything dumb. Or at least I know a dumb thing is going to happen. I'm going to get hit through this window. I'm going to get a refrigerator hatchet to my face. Like, if you could add, because I doubt they'll fix their servers. So if you could just at least tell me what fucking server I'm queuing into prior, and then I know to dodge, right? I would rather, and I think as a killer player, as a Survivor player, we can both agree on this. If I'm killer and I'm NA East, and then the Survivor's NA West, queues into an NA East server, and before the match starts, goes, oh, this is an NA East server, let me dodge, compared to queuing up the game, loading up the game, hitting him going, oh, that was a bullshit hit because I'm NA East servers, and then DCing, and now I have a bot. It's a waste of time on both ends. It's just a waste of time on both ends. Because he didn't know he was NA East servers initially, so he got hit what he deems as bullshit because on his screen it is. On my screen, I hit him with something that's legit because on my screen it is. And then he gets mad because he, on his screen, did the right play and gets punished for it. And then DCs, and now the entire game is ruined because now we have 3 people in a bot. We have a guy instant DCing. Bots better than a person disappearing, but they're still bad. I think just showing what server you're on is a great thing. That would be amazing. That's another thing. Well, like, just show us what server we're on prior to the map loading in. Fix bugs. Like, we haven't even gone over a list of bugs. Like, every update they do like small minute bugs that people kind of don't really give a shit about or aren't really issues. Like, it'll be like, okay, there's some, okay, like the getting rid of the buzzing in the main menu with that fucking Sinister Grace chapter, lobby 100%, yeah, that shit needed to get removed. But like removing batteries, because when you Springtrap, when you also Mindbreaker is still gone. Wait, let me get back. Springtrap, when you TP with your doors, you get batteries while TPing, even though because of the effect and how it works, you'll lose it by the time you get out of your door because of door, like how long it takes for animations. I digress. But they deemed that as a necessary bug to address. Should it get addressed? Yeah, but like, guys, can we do like the important shit first? Like, also, like, fix hitboxes. That's another quality of life thing. Hitboxes are ass. I'll be hugging something as a killer or a survivor, and then the hitbox, like, if this is the cam, the hitbox is here. It's like, why is that a thing? But, also, yeah, like, Mindbreaker is still gone. I don't know. That shit's just fucking disappeared. But, yeah, I mean, behavior, I think there's just a lot of things they don't know how to fix. I think that's why we haven't been getting, like, major bugs fixed. I think they don't know how. I don't know if it's, due to them using nodes. I'm pretty sure they use nodes as their coding. I don't know if it's due to negligence or not negligence, incompetence and not knowing how to do it. But whatever it is, like, guys, the last couple, like, major things to get fixed haven't really gotten fixed. Like, for Ghoul, they deemed as kidnap tech an unintended feature, so they just slapped 50% haste on it so you stop complaining, and it worked. Like, kidnap tech is still kind of the same thing. You just now, instead of not having a status effect, you just have a status effect. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I don't play enough Ghoul. That's what it looks like to me. It just looks like, oh, wow, we have kidnap tech. Now we have 50% haste tech. It's like, or hindered tech. It's like, they just put an effect on it, called it a day. But a better example that I know for sure is 100% real. On the Autohaven map, there's a window vault on the bus, on one of the buses. It's the one where they're together like this. Wait, together like this. And then there's like a vault here. And then there's the pallet like right here. So there's a vault here. And for a while, let me skip to the next game. For a while, it had a bug where if you vaulted it, it spat you back out. And also, this exact map had a similar bug too with one of its tiles. This one got fixed though, but when it came to the Autohaven bus, they said, alright guys, we need to fix this. So they removed it for, I think, one entire chapter. Now they add it back at the start of whatever the fuck was last. Who is it? The Walking Dead? Whoever, or Sinister Grace. They add it back at Sinister Grace, and then they go, and they remove the vault. And I'm like, oh, that's strange. Why would they remove the vault? And I don't think it's because they wanted to spice it up a little. Because that version of Bus was like a fan favorite. I think they didn't fucking know how to fix it. I don't think they knew how to fix it. I genuinely think they went, alright guys, we don't know how to do this. Let's just get rid of it. And I think it's the same thing with Franklin's too. Franklin's caught the biggest stray of a fucking nerf ever when Fog Vials came out. And why I believe it was also them not knowing how to fucking change the code or change it to a way where it didn't make the, like, consume the Fog Vial. I don't think they knew how. Because Franklin's was all right. Like, it was, they had no reason to change. It wasn't really a complaint perk. The Weave Attune, not Weave. Yeah, Frankie's Weave. Frankie's Weave meta was long gone. And then they went, on Fog Vial update, let's nerf Franklin's. Why is that? The only thing that changed during that update to items was the introduction of Fog Vials. For those who don't know, yes, Fog Vials give you 2 charges. Well, now, before they were infinite. They give you 2 charges, but the way it works is after you use 1, you have a 60-second timer, however many second timer, depending on your add-ons or version. And then you get your ability to use the second charge. I don't think they knew how to fix it. I genuinely, I think they just, like, because it was a timer-based thing, they were using Franklin's, they were hitting someone with a Fog Vial, and the Fog Vial was just losing. And keep in mind, it was infinite then. I think it was just disappearing. And they went, or not disappearing, but when they picked it up, they couldn't use it. And I think that's why they just nerfed it. Because the solution isn't to spend the time and figure it out how to fix it. Because 1, that's time, 2, that's money. But to just remove it. Just remove the feature and your problem is solved. But there's probably so many more examples of behavior going, let's just remove it to fix it. And I think honestly it's unhealthy. I think it's a really unhealthy, like, maybe that's just me. Maybe this is just a me thing, a me take. I would rather them take longer to properly polish an item, to properly polish an update, and actually have the update or the item or the whatever work as intended. I would rather, like, this update gets delayed, they say they're doing bug fixes. I'm not gonna lie, if I play the PTB for this update and I have a bug that makes it so I can't actually use the functionality of the killer perks, survivor perks, or killer power, I'm gonna be, like, incredibly upset. Like, I don't think I should, or we as a community should wait this long for an update and then the update just be fucking miserable to play, like, bug-wise. Like, if I can't use my power, my perk, my item, whatever the fuck they add, whenever they're adding in any update, not just this update, but if they're taking this much time, it better come out like gold. Like, it should. If they want to do that model in the fucking future, go ahead. But if you're going to take that time, make sure it's good. But, yeah, I think that's the biggest, like, I feel like going back to, like, quality of life. If they're going to take time with bugs, make sure they're fucking gone. Because I probably, look at the recent, patch notes for the last couple updates. It went from, we fixed Deathslinger's bug, we fixed Deathslinger's bug, we fixed Deathslinger's bug. And it was the same bug, but it was just on multiple updates, and it just wasn't getting fixed. They just kept saying, yeah guys, we fixed it, yeah guys, we fixed it, and it's just not fixed. If you're going to take your time, or if you're not taking your time now, take your time, fix it, and then give it to us good. Mindbreaker, whatever, I don't even know what the fucking bug was for I don't know why Mindbreaker is gone. I don't know what happened. But when it gets added, the bug that was happening should not fucking happen. This perk's been gone for forever. Like, I think the key steps for quality of life to make the game more enjoyable to play is, 1, better servers, but that won't happen. So the solution to this, just tell me what server I'm on when I'm in the lobby, so I know whether to dodge before the match starts. 2, take your time with bugs, so they actually they come out good. 3, chapters. If we're gonna take our time with chapters, make sure they come out good. Like, I kind of think it's that simple. I don't, maybe I'm not fucking, I don't work at a corporation. I don't, Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I think, personally, I would rather wait 6 months for a well-polished, really good, content-filled Survivor, Killer, 6 good perks or entertaining perks, no bugs or to little bugs, no major gameplay bugs that affect me playing the game. Wait 6 months for that? Then wait 3 months for one killer with 3 shitty perks with massive bugs on release. Guys, like, Springtrap was coming out of the door invisible. How does that just happen? Like, how is that something we don't realize? But, yeah, I'd rather them just take time. I think time with this game, with how long it's been out, if they're going to take their time, or they should take their time to make content enjoyable. I don't know if that's a hot take, a crazy take, and then make the events enjoyable too. Like, when we add fucking 2v8 versions, blah, 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 like, can we make it fun? Guys, Survivor 2v8 hasn't got a change. It's gotten one change, I think, since 2v8's come out. Pyramid Head got like a 1.5 meter increase. Like, wow, that's so fucking exhilarating. And then we lost a killer. And then on the last one, we didn't even get killers. Like, take your time. Like, guys, if we're going, like, if you want your game to genuinely be fun, if you genuinely care about your fucking game, take your time, release good game modes, release interesting perks. They don't have to be good. They don't have to be strong. The killers don't have to be good. They don't have to be strong. It just has to be fun. Like, who the fuck plays Skullburst? I'm kidding. But, like, if just take your time, make things fun, make events fun, it's a game. It should be fun. I shouldn't be playing and feel like I'm owed a paycheck because I'm just dealing with fucking, like, hell on earth for half an hour or however long I'm playing. But, yeah, that's all I want to talk about. Just a little fucking ramble. See ya.